Welcome to Rust Admin Academy, where I teach you all of the insider tips and tricks to owning and operating your own successful Rust server. This is part 3 of what's probably going to be a 5-part series on the human NPC plugin and a bunch of different plugins that we can attach to the NPCs once we actually have them built in game. Today we're going to be discussing the Recycle plugin. I'm sure you guys have all seen it before, and I'm just going to quickly go over how the plugin works and how the permissions work for that plugin. So let's jump right in and get right to it. As always, we're going to grab the plugin from the UMod website. I'll post a link in the description down below so you guys have quick access to it. So we'll just quickly go over the documentation for it. At the very top there, it tells you what it works with and is used by, blah, blah, blah. As I'm sure you can tell, because we're doing this mini series on the human NPC plugin, you can see why I chose this plugin. This plugin is really super simple. We only have one permission to deal with, one permission to look at, and you can decide for your server which group of players gets access to the permission, whether that be everybody, so default, or VIP, or whatever. You can decide that for yourself. That's if you want just anybody to be able to use it wherever they are. If you want to be able to attach it to an NPC, which is what we're going to do in episode 5 of this mini series, stay tuned for that video because that's coming very soon. I'm going to quickly install this plugin. If you've never installed a plugin from the UMod website, be sure to check the top right hand corner. I'll put a YouTube card up there which goes over exactly how to install plugins. Once the plugin is installed and we're back into our test server, we can see what happens if we type the command for the recycler, which is /rec. And it says you lack the permission to do that. So let's go in and fix that. There's 2 different ways we can do it, and I'm going to show you both ways. So if we go back to our server console, we can go like this. We can go oxide grant group default recycle .use, and that will grant the permission to all of the players on the server to be able to use this plugin. So now that I'm back in game, I can do /rec again, and now it brings up this small wooden box in the right hand corner, as we're used to seeing, that we can just drop things into and it will recycle whatever we put in there. And you can recycle anything that you would normally be able to recycle at a default recycling machine. So that's the first way we can grant the permission. But if you've watched a previous video, you know that I do my permissions management a little bit different. And in order to make things a little bit easier and definitely more streamlined, I use a plugin for my permissions. And that plugin is Permissions Manager. And if you're interested in checking that one out, I'll post a link to it in the top right hand corner right now. So if I want to address the permissions using the plugin, I just do /perms. And we want to deal with the group, and we're going to deal with the group called default. So /perms group default will bring this menu up, and this will allow us to control who has the ability to use this plugin. So as you can see right now, we are granted the ability to use this plugin, and if we wanted to remove the cooldown, we could select this one, but I'm going to leave the cooldown in there. So if I were to revoke this permission from the group default, now nobody is able to do it. If I go back and type /rec, it goes back to saying you lack the permission to do that. I know this is a super simple plugin, and the only reason why I'm showing you how to install it is just to give you the absolute basics of the plugin so that you understand how it's working. What we're going to do on episode 5 of this little mini series that I'm doing is I'm actually going to attach the Recycle plugin to one of the 4 NPCs that we have built here. Using the human NPC plugin, I will post a link to that video in the top right hand corner right now in case you guys missed that one. So you'll have to come up and actually interact with one of these NPCs in order to access that recycler. So stay tuned for that video. That will be coming out very, very shortly. Another super short video, I know. I'm just covering all of my bases to make sure that you guys fully understand the plugins that we're going to link together with human NPCs so that you understand everything that I go through in order to make this stuff happen. Sure to stay tuned to the channel. We're going to add one more plugin. So this will be on episode 4 of this series. We're going to add one more plugin, and that one is the server rewards plugin. So stay tuned for that video. And then once I do video number 5, we're going to link this all together so that all 3 of these plugins are all using human NPCs to work together with each other. Anyway, stay tuned for that video. Again, super short video, I know. I hope you guys enjoyed it nonetheless. If you did, be sure to hit that thumbs up for me. I super appreciate it. And if you want to see more content just like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notification bells. All right, that's it for this one. Be sure to check out the videos in the corners and subscribe up there and stuff like that. And I'll see you guys in the next video.